Good evening, Valparaiso. This is meteorologist James Ryan with your Thursday weather update. Right now, by this point in the semester, a lot of us are feeling snowman friend right here. Kind of falling over, can't really hold it together, just falling apart in a lot of ways. But fortunately for us, Christmas break is coming up soon and we're all going to feel rejuvenated and relaxed and wonderful. And fortunately for our snowman right here, some very cold air is going to move down and really keep this snowman intact. Now let's take a look at some of that very cold air. You're probably expecting a map of the U.S. right here, maybe with the Great Plains, where a lot of our cold air comes from. But before it gets there, right now a lot of the cold air is in Siberia. And right there, some of the cold air is so cold that it's not even picking up on our scale. Yet it's going to move across the Pacific Ocean and the Bering Strait up to Canada. And unfortunately from Canada, it's going to move down right here to the Great Lakes, where we will get some single-digit temperatures by the end of next week. Looking at some of this frigid air, look at the Dakotas. It's -9 in Bismarck. And fortunately for us, it's not going to get quite that cold, but unfortunately, a lot of that air is headed our direction. Meanwhile, we are in the 20s for now, and we won't really see above freezing temperatures for much of the rest of the forecast, though we will get into the lower 30s, fortunately, for the next few days at least. However, it will get colder next week, and we're not going to get that warm because there's just so much snow cover. So much of the snow is reflecting just such an absurd amount of the sun's energy into space that we really aren't warming up that much, especially in western Michigan where there's been all this lake effect, and in the Chicago suburbs. Not too much in northwest Indiana, but there is more on its way in the coming days. They've had a lot of lake effect snow from these winds from the west. Fortunately for us in northwest Indiana, we need a lot of wind from the north to get lake effect snow, and we aren't getting too much of that anytime soon. However, we could be on the southern edge of some snow that's coming in the next few days, specifically on Saturday when this blob of snow really comes in, and we probably could expect about 3 to 4 inches potentially on Saturday. Moving on, we will see some clearing skies, but then clouds will quickly move in and we might be on the tail end of another system on Sunday. Beyond that, looking at tonight, it will be a fairly cold, fairly cloudy day, and there will be some gusts, so with the wind chill, especially in the single digits, be sure to bundle up if you're heading outside. Tomorrow is looking sunnier, but it will only go up into the 20s. We're really into winter at this point, unfortunately. And looking ahead into our 7 days, unfortunately, it just gets colder and colder and colder. And by the end of exam week, fortunately, the sun is out, but we're dealing with single digits and potentially even negative sub-zero temperatures. So stay warm, everybody. This is James Ryan, signing off.